Hello. Nice to meet you. Oh, your sound. Hang on. Let me turn my volume up 1 minute. Hang on a sec. Let's see. Okay. Now try talking. For some reason, my volume wasn't working.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, I'm good, thank you. You?
Good. We tried to join several times and it wasn't working.
Yeah, sometimes it does. I don't know why. It could just be that it's a popular time of day. Would you like to introduce yourselves to the viewers?
I'm Catherine Herring. I'm the owner. And this is Brittany Wagner and Taylor Herring.
Hi.
A couple of others around here somewhere. I was so surprised when we scheduled this. We thought that this would be a great time, but that turned out to be the busiest day we've had. We reopened. So in the store. So some of us may have to break away to customers. And I wanted to say that we're supposed to be wearing our mask in North Carolina, but we're like family. We're always together.
Sure.
So that's what we're sticking to.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
That we'll put our mask on if we have to break away to a customer.
Sure, of course. Would you like to show us around your store and talk a little bit about it?
Sure. Let me get here. So we're having a storm here, so I was going to go outside and show you the entrance. But I will just start right here in the middle.
Of course, yes.
This is our gift shop. We sell a lot more than just dance. Things for cheer and gymnastics as well.
That's
so
really cool.
We have a lot of drinkware.
Oh yeah, wow, that's really cool.
These are some of our favorites. They just came in.
Oh, they're fancy.
We do personalization. We offer free personalization on a lot of our items that we carry. The vinyl lettering we on.
Cool.
Hi, Hannah. So this is one side.
Yeah.
And we actually recently expanded right before COVID-19. And it really was not planned. It worked out well. It was planned, but we it's worked out very well because of social distancing. We were able to add some built-ins over here so that we could get some of the racks off the floor and spread them out so that we would have more room to social distance.
Yeah.
So we have 5,000 square feet, so it's going to take me a little bit to get
yeah, that's amazing.
Tights back here. And I guess this is probably the most exciting thing we've done. We've built a point shoe fitting room.
Oh, this looks really nice. Oh, wow.
Tammy.
Oh, cool. Hello. Oh, wow, it's really nice. I love the setup.
Thank you. Here's a restroom back here. And am I going too fast, making you dizzy?
Oh, yeah, slow down a little bit.
Okay, sorry.
No worries. It takes a while to get used to streaming.
So we have a lot of room between the racks now. So when you come in, you can literally walk in a circle in the store, so you never have to cross paths with anybody else.
Of course.
So it's worked out really nice for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow, you have a lot of stuff. Oh, wow.
Hi, y'all.
Hi. That's how little you guys were when you started.
I'm a pretty ballerina. Nice.
So there's the gift shop again.
And
this is our original shoe fitting area.
Okay.
And these are our ballet bars that we make here in the store.
Oh, nice.
That was a invention after COVID-19.
Fantastic. Wow.
So we opened back in 2006.
Yeah.
So in July, we'll be celebrating 14 years, which is hard to believe.
Wow.
So
What
then,
inspired you to start your store?
well, I was a dancer for a
Uh-huh.
long time, and then I had a career in a whole nother world. But then I had children,
Mm-hmm.
2 little girls, and
Oh.
I saw their love for dance grow. And when I tried to find things for them,
Uh-huh.
I got tired of going into stores that didn't have inventory, or
Yeah.
they were rude, or I also was frustrated with the online shopping experience, the
Mhm.
hassles of it.
Of
So I
course.
wanted to open my own store, and I did.
Yeah.
Best thing I ever did.
Fabulous. Love that. Wow, you have so much stuff. It's amazing. It's like you would definitely find what you need there.
And more.
Yes. It's really cool. Can you tell us a little bit about your location? Is it easy to get to? Is there parking? You know the drill.
Yes, we have an awesome location. We are in the Park area right off of a busy highway, in a very good central area, easy to get in and out of.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of parking, huge
Lots of
parking lot,
parking.
actually.
Yeah, lots of
Great.
very nice. Yeah, we're very happy with our location.
Fabulous. So can you tell us a little bit about point shoe fittings at your store? Do people need to book in or can they just walk in?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. Can you
Oh,
repeat?
sorry. Can you tell us a little bit more about point shoe fittings at your store? Do people need to book in or can they just walk in as well?
That people schedule appointments so that we can be sure that we have someone here
Yes.
that spend lots of time with them.
Yeah.
We'll take walk-ins as long as we can, especially with social distance. Makes it better.
Of course.
Appointment. We can social distance and have 4 point shoe fittings going on at once.
Wow. Amazing.
Be 6 feet apart with ballet bars and everything.
Uh-huh. That's really cool. So how many do you, obviously you've got quite a few staff there. Are all of your staff fitters?
No. Right now we have 5 point shoe fitters on staff.
Mhm.
We've had as many as that
Oh,
work.
wow. Your sound keeps breaking up for some reason when you're here. So you might want to move somewhere else.
Okay. Should we move over there to the other
I
side?
think it might be a connection issue.
We have to try to go where we don't have
Oh,
customers.
that's better. I think it's because I think maybe your microphone was maybe covered up. That was the problem because I could barely hear. But I can
Can you
hear
hear me
now.
now?
It's better. Yeah, it's much
a little
better.
better. Okay, I'm so sorry.
That's all right.
So right now we have 9 employees and
Wow.
5 fitters.
Wow. That's really cool.
I'm very lucky. I have the best staff in the world.
Aw.
I've got several of them have been with me for a long time.
Aw.
My manager's been with me since the day we opened.
Oh, wow.
So
That's fantastic.
very thankful.
So in terms of Nikolai point shoes, what models do you guys carry?
Right now we are carrying the Smart Point and the 3W7. And we just brought those in right before COVID, right before we had to close.
Uh-huh.
So we're really excited. Once we've been able to reopen, we have started selling a lot of them. So
Wow. Amazing.
yeah, we're very happy. In fact, we have a fitting event on.
Yeah, we have a fitting event coming up on July 25th and 26th. So it's kind of going with our anniversary event in July.
Uh-huh.
That'll go with that. And I know Peter's going to be there. I see
Yeah,
him.
that's right.
And I think her name's Jamie
Yes.
is coming.
Yes, yes.
So,
How exciting. How cool.
both of them here, and we are almost already booked up. So
Wow.
we have a lot of
Amazing.
people already coming, which is exciting.
Oh, that is so cool. Wow.
So we're hoping to bring more models in soon.
Yes. I'm
We
sure Peter will be able to show you guys some of the other different lasts we do as well, which will be really cool.
Oh, we have seen them.
Oh, have you?
We have seen lots of shoes. Peter has been.
Wow.
We're real excited to get the new shades of shoes.
Yes, yes, definitely.
We
Same
recently
here.
We recently got the seamless bodywear in,
Ah, yes.
garments, and some leotards.
Oh,
And we really love the ribbon with the silicone.
yes.
So,
That is a really cool
yeah.
invention. Oh, wow, that's excellent. It's great to hear that the fitting event is getting booked up as well, because it gives dancers the opportunity to try many of our different models also. That's going to be super fun. For you guys watching, head over to their Instagram page, give them a follow after the stream, and check out their Facebook and everything. I don't suppose you have anyone there that could try on maybe some of our point shoes for the stream? Is there anyone that would like to take part?
Well, we actually have some point shoes going on right now. I didn't realize that we have a teacher that walked in with 3 girls, and then we've got a going on right now. So they're going over to ask if anybody's
sure. That'd be cool.
Or my understanding is they're kind of in a hurry. So
sure.
Someone's going to check real quick.
Do any of your other staff dance still?
Everyone dances.
Oh wow, amazing.
Or they have danced, and most of them are also teachers.
Oh wow.
Yep.
You have some really good experienced staff.
I don't think there's anybody here right now. So
sure, no worries. It's just like a spontaneous suggestion.
Cool. Right now. But I did want to ask you,
Oops.
We're not sure which model we want to bring in next.
Mm-hmm.
I think I know what your favorite one is because I've watched you on here before, but what would you recommend that we bring in next?
Well, obviously, every one of our models has its own unique attributes, and they all, you know, do different things. Even the many models we have built on 2007, they're all so unique despite being on the same last. Personally, I would say, considering you have 3007 Smart Point, Peter saying my one, that's hilarious. Well, yes, I was going to suggest one of those, but also I was going to suggest to these guys that maybe they consider Dream Point 2007 and also Super Triumph Pre-Arched, because you haven't got any of our innovative shoes in your collection yet. And for me personally, it's nice to have at least one of those in your stock, because it's different in the terms of fact that it's got the nice padding on the inside. Miracle is another one of our padded shoes. It was our very first shoe with padding on the inside. It's built on 2007, but it's more like the Nova shape. I mean, in my opinion, the more the better, obviously. But if we had to really narrow it down, I would say you definitely need a Maya 1 in there, because you don't have anything on the Fate last yet. And the Maya 1 is wonderful for not just shorter toes, but also for broader feet, and even narrow feet can wear it. And definitely one of our shoes with padding on the inside, because it's just nice to have a shoe with the extra kind of fancy.
Well, I know that Peter and Jamie are bringing lots of models for
Yes, they are. So you're going to get the chance to see them on different feet and how they can work on many feet, because it's so amazing how so many of our shoes can work on different feet and not just one type of foot. I mean, earlier on, for example, I had a beginner very first point shoes, and I managed to find 5 different models that worked on her. And it was really hard for us to decide. It's like, oh my God, I don't know what we're going to go for. So it's always nice because you have such a nice selection, and that's the beauty of our shoes. They work on so many types of foot. There really is a Nikolai shoe for everybody, and that's what I really adore about the brand in general. And I could like waffle on about the shoes forever, but I'm not going to bore everybody. Oh my God.
Well, that's what we're planning to do, is use the group fitting as a judge to try to see what people are liking. And
I think it will really help, because it will also give you guys a chance to, you know, see how different shanks work as well, because that's also crucial, I think. Because sometimes I find that some retailers really focus on just stocking medium in everything, but the thing is our shank constructions vary in different models as well. So with our Thermo shanks that we have in Super Triumph Pre-Arched, Dream Point, and Dream Point 2007 Pre-Arched, even those alone can vary in the thicknesses and the way that they feel on the foot.
Oh yeah.
So, you know, as you know, you get dancers with different strength feet and you get different arches. So in my opinion, it's always good to try and stock something softer and something average, like medium. But
Yeah.
personally, I don't sell a lot of the really harder shanks. I usually do those as a made to order thing, because you know, at the end of the day, it doesn't take us long to get our stock, so it's not a worry if someone needs a different shank. We just say, oh, you know, we can get that in for you, not a problem.
Yeah, that's definitely the nice part, is that it doesn't take very long to get them. So that definitely helps a lot. But
Yeah, right.
we do sell a lot more of the softer shanks.
Yeah.
I agree with you on that, that a lot of people don't need the hards.
No, they don't.
And I think some people think they do until they try shoes on, and then they're like, oh, wait,
Yes.
I don't actually need that.
Right? Totally agree. It's like sometimes I get teachers that are like, oh, she needs a harder shank. And I look at the dancer's foot and I'm like, but wait a minute, let's just put the shoe on and you'll see what happens. And then 9 times out of 10, they're like, oh yeah, you were right actually. And of course, sometimes it's because the teachers are often, they haven't seen the variety of shanks in Nicolai shoes either, and the different constructions. So, you know, it's not until you have them feel the shoe with their hands or actually see it on a dancer, you know.
Well, we always encourage our teachers to come to the fittings. We love it when teachers come.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they know the dancer's feet better than we do. And I think the biggest challenge that we have is that every dance teacher has a different opinion,
Yeah,
you know, about the way they want the shoes to fit. You know, some want different things. And so we love it when the teachers come, because we serve a huge area. We have dancers that come from other states here.
Oh,
to
wow.
fit.
Amazing.
So it's, you know, it's.
Well, I'm not surprised they come from afar, because, wow, you've got so much incredible stuff in there. It's like they could definitely find something that works.
Thank you.
It's amazing. I love it.
I would show you the back. I would show you the back where all the point shoes are, but it's a mess right now. I've been told I can't take you back there.
No, sure. So also, it's nice that you've got such a nice selection of staff there. That makes a big difference, I think, when all the staff are like, you know, very welcoming. It's a nice, you know, I'm not even there, but I already know that it's a nice warm vibe, and that everyone wants to listen and, you know, actually deal with the customer, like, instead of, you can tell when someone enjoys their job, I think. And sometimes I can go in stores even in the UK and I feel like I want to walk out again, because like the vibe you get, you're like, oh my God.
Yeah, I'm very lucky. I'm very picky about who I hire. And these girls have been with me a long time. So we're like family. So I'm really, very thankful. And, you know, during this COVID, you know, it's been so challenging.
I can imagine.
We've been, like I said, selling ballet bars. Thank you, Rosemary. I got that idea from Rosemary. And we've been selling a lot of masks, and we personalize them here in the store. We heat press them.
Oh,
so
that's pretty cool.
So here's.
Yeah. Ah. Oh, that's awesome.
So we do heat press personalization, and that's how we get that on there. And
Cool.
we normally do, you know, monograms or names or things like that for people.
Oh, nice.
But I have the logo here for me.
I love that. That's really cool. Do you like personalize like other dance stuff, like shoe bags and stuff like that?
We do, yep. So we also do embroidery as well.
Oh,
so
wow.
we do lots of that. So that's like the stitching, and we do that a lot on our bags. There's some behind me here. And then we also do vinyl personalization, which she hit on earlier today, with like the cups and things like that. So the sticker
So
details.
cool. Love that.
Yeah,
That's a really unique point of your store as well. That's awesome.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize it until they get here, and then they're like, oh, there's a whole other side over here with gifts and, you know, shop for all kinds of stuff in one place, which is nice.
Yes, definitely. Love that. Someone's just made a comment. They said, I purchased Pro 3007, my first Nicolai's. Will SWN's feedback? What? I don't really know what you mean by that. Is that abbreviation for a word? Maybe Andrea, you could tell us a little bit more about your Pro 3007s. Do you have them yet? Do you enjoy them? I know I'm loving the 3007s.
I can't.
Go on, sorry.
I can't see them at all. I saw Peter's name pop up there.
Oh, Peter said they're saying send. Oh, hang on. God. I will send feedback. Oh, I get it. So Andrea's basically saying they've purchased Pro 3007s, their first Nikolai's, and they're going to send feedback. Cool. I'd love to hear about it. I love hearing other people's experiences with our shoes, because of course everybody feels something different on point, and it's really interesting to learn what others feel, and you know, their experience of our different models. It's really cool that you do this personalization, by the way, because do you like get a lot of dance schools that love that too? I bet you do.
Yeah, a lot of them like to put their logo on their leotards.
Oh, yeah.
We have several that do that.
We also work with a lot of cheer groups too, and so we do like the name of the school on one side, like on jackets and things like that. We do a lot of book bags with monograms for them, for dance too. But a lot of the times around this time of year, the cheer groups will come and get like all of their team girls stuff. So,
oh, that's really cool. So in terms of dancewear, what leotards did you guys get in? Like, can you remember what collections? What's been your favorite so far?
So the Nikolai leotards, we actually just got in the Bolshoi stars, the senses, and they are gorgeous. I don't know how familiar you are with all the different styles of them, but we got about 4 or 5 different styles just to kind of give some people a range of different ones. We got like a long sleeve with mesh. We got a tank. We got one that has like different colors with the black mixed in. So I think we have a lot of studios that require obviously dancers to wear black. So we kind of stuck with some of those type leotards, so that way they can wear them for their different classes or different intensives or thing that's going on right now.
Sure.
So that way it's kind of versatile and they can use it in different settings.
So featured on our front table right now.
It's featured on our front table. I totally forgot to show you that. Should we show her that?
Yeah.
All right, they hand the camera to the worst one here. So. All right. Ooh, it finally stopped raining.
Oh,
okay.
So when you
first walk in the front door, there's our Nikolai.
Yes, nice.
So we just put a few things out to feature them. We just got these in.
Oh, love that. That's a really nice display. And yeah, that seamless underwear does really well, because also you can cut and adapt it too for people.
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
Love that.
Yeah, we're so excited to have some new things in, and
I bet, because I imagine like before you didn't get access, of course, to all of this incredible range. It's so nice to have all these different options, right?
Yes.
Wonderful, great. Do you guys have you ever had any information about our slippers as well? Because we have some really great slippers.
Yes, and will you hold this? My arm's getting tired.
Try and prop it up somewhere.
Yes, like I said.
You know, like balance it on something. If you've got something like a book behind a book, or that's what I usually do.
Yeah, we had it over there a while ago, but you couldn't hear me as well. I think it's better when it's closer to me.
Yeah.
But yes, Peter, like I said, covered all his bases. He showed us a lot when he came. And
fantastic.
At the time, we weren't ready to bring anything else in.
No, of course.
But if this COVID ever gets away, we will be bringing a lot in. But we're probably going to wait to do that the first of the year.
Of course, absolutely.
Everything we've gotten from Nikolai, leotards and shoes and undergarments, have all been really positive feedback. So
I was going to say, what kind of feedback have you had so far? Especially
I actually was selling a specific Nikolai shoe earlier. I had the teacher on Zoom. She was zooming into the fitting so she could see it. But they actually got a smart point, so that was exciting. But I think lots of people have been having good feedback. Everybody, like I said, loves the leotards. I know we just got them, but people are already liking those. And,
fabulous.
I think everybody's definitely excited that we did get the Nikolai, since we do cover so many different people in the area. I think we're like one of the only 3 or something in North Carolina that has them. So
wow, nice.
it's definitely bringing people here, and I think people are
Yes.
really interested in the brand.
Absolutely.
So I think we're gonna, like Catherine already said, we're gonna get definitely more feedback and more shoes, I think, once people start coming out a little bit
Of
more
course.
after COVID and all
I feel
that.
like
So
I don't know what it's like there, but over here in the UK, our shops have only just started to reopen, and I started doing fittings from my fitting room at the weekend, and it's such a different time, you know. I'm in mask, obviously, doing the fittings, and I can't breathe. It's like but at the same time, I'm like a little bit paranoid because I'm like sanitizing everything like every minute of the day because I'm just like, oh my God, you know.
yes,
It's so strange. It's made me paranoid, but at the same time, like I want to carry on, you know. But
yeah,
also, even when I'm going, like earlier on, I went to my local town and was going to shops, and it is such a different, you know, it's a different way now of living, and it's almost like some people are still a little bit too scared to come out and see their retailers.
Yeah,
But
we
you know,
have. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
it's all right,
interrupt you,
go on.
but we do have an online store that we revamped our website.
Oh
And
wow,
we
nice.
have definitely had a lot more traffic since we did that. And we also
Fabulous.
are still offering curbside pickup. We've even delivered some packages
Oh, cool.
ourselves. So I guess, you know, everybody just has to get creative right now. But we're
Yeah.
fighters. We're going to survive it. I know we
Yes,
will. With all these
absolutely.
goals, I know that we'll get through it. But
Absolutely.
it's
Positive thinking.
been rough, though. It has been rough. But we're
Sure.
hopeful. We really are. Things are getting better every day.
That's great. I agree. And it's just nice that, you know, we can actually work from stores now. Like I'm so thankful for that. I'm not traveling for fittings yet, but I'm hoping that maybe in a month I'll be able to start doing that again because I really miss traveling. Because usually I'm traveling all around the world, so I really want to get back to that because I love seeing new places and new people. Yeah. Do you guys ever travel out to local studios, or does everyone come to you?
Well, back in the day, we used to do some of that, but we don't do that anymore. We just feel like we need our inventory here.
Yeah,
you know, we don't. If I've only got one or two of something, you know, I don't want to take them out.
No.
We're open 7 days a week.
Oh,
so
nice! Wow.
There's not really a lot of downtime to borrow the inventory and get on the road with it.
Absolutely.
We might change our minds at some point, but we did used to visit studios and travel around and do group fittings and things like that. But I also feel like it's so rushed and you don't really get that one-on-one interaction because when you're, you know, you've got a 2-hour window to fit 50 students, you know, it's just like a mad rush. So we really like it when, you know, customers can come in at their convenience.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
I said, we're here 7 days a week. So we're not doing any traveling right now.
No, sure. Cool.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, and we actually have some people who specifically come here for specific fitters that they prefer, since we do have a lot of fitters often on staff. So cool. that may be hard to do on the road, where you can only take one or two people. But if we have 5 or 6 fitters here, then they kind of have a choice. Yeah, so if they prefer one fitter over the other, then they can choose that also.
It's like I've mentioned before to the viewers, it's really important to try and stick with, you know, the same store or fitters, because it's like seeing your doctor. You're going for a checkup and you need to make sure that you guys are not just going, you know, I get it. Sometimes, you know, I get it. If you've had a really bad fitting somewhere and you're not happy, sure, go and find another fitter. But when you find a good fitter, they are like gold dust, you know, you guys. So stick with them. And as always, don't just think that your foot's fine as it is. Feet can change, strength changes, technique, injuries, you know the drill. So go for a checkup. Don't just assume that, oh, you've had that pair of point shoes, you're comfortable, I'm just going to buy them online. Like, don't just assume that it's going to be fine. Make sure you're getting a checkup. Yeah, and sometimes that's nice because we do have fitters here who have been here for a long time. So then they kind of already know your feet and what they look like, what you've tried before. So a lot of that is really nice. And we do have a lot of repeat customers coming back to get, like you said, a checkup by somebody who's maybe fit them before, which is really nice. Absolutely. No.
And our biggest competitor is online, you know.
Yeah, I
That's
feel
our
you. I feel
biggest
you.
competitor. And so we have implemented a rewards program. We've actually had it for several years.
Yeah.
And it's really nice because we have people that will move away and they still buy from us. And maybe they have family here and they still stop by to say hi if they're in town. And so it's kind of cool.
I actually just had somebody call last night, I think, and they now live in Texas, but they're looking for a specific shoe, and so they were calling us to see if we had it here in our store. So it kind of, and they remembered that we had the rewards program.
Yeah.
And so they were like, they'd rather shop with us, even though they're not local. They're still supporting a more smaller local business versus shopping online.
That's a really good idea, actually, about the rewards program. I think that's, you know, it's a great tactic. It works.
Yeah.
So what do your customers love about your store? Like, what do your customers say about your service? Like, what is it that keeps them coming back for more?
I think it's the customer service. I think that, well, it's most important to me, and everybody here knows that. And I think that's what we're known for. And,
yes.
You know, I'm a Southern Belle, so it's all about
yeah, I was going to say, I love your accent. It's amazing.
It's all about manners. I remember when I first opened my store back in 2006, I literally had a hard time telling kids that ran around my store, tearing things up, to stop, because to me that was rude, you know.
Sure.
Just let them do their thing and they'll be gone. But not anymore. I've gotten a little bit better. But really, you know, it's a lot easier to be nice. And so that's what we do here. And
yes, definitely. That's wonderful. When you're fitting First Point shoes, do you have a little way of going about it? Any kind of things you can tell the viewers about what to expect from a First Point shoe fitting when they come to you guys?
Yeah, so a lot of our beginners come here from studios that normally send them to us anyways, because they know that we properly fit the shoes. But when they first come in, I think we touched on this, but we do have them make an appointment since not all of our staff does fit point shoes. So we do have them make an appointment, and we actually keep a record of all of their point shoe purchases that they do, and we make notes on we have these little point shoe sheets that we make notes on, so that way if you've tried something and you don't like it, then we write it down and we know for the future. But for beginners, obviously when they come in here, we like to look at their feet, see kind of what we're working with, if they have tapered toes or a broader foot, something like that. Obviously we always measure all of the dancers' feet. I know that sounds silly, but I feel like some places don't do that.
No, very true.
They just are like, what size do you wear? And then they go off of that. So we actually measure their feet and use toe pads and spacers and things like that to go with the dancer's foot. We have probably about 6 to 7 brands of point shoes. So we like to try them in all of them, if not, or most of them, if not all of them. Because especially for a beginner, they don't know.
No, of course, absolutely.
At least when I'm fitting point shoes, I always try on the first shoe and then say, okay, let's put it to the side and come back later. And normally after we try a few more shoes, then I try the first pair on again. And they're like, oh, this is a lot different than the first time I tried it on, because obviously they weren't sure what they were looking for. So definitely we like to listen to the dancers to a certain degree. I know it's hard when they're a beginner and they're not sure what they're feeling. But we try to make it a point to listen to them. Obviously, we're not the ones dancing in the shoes.
Of course.
So they need to be comfortable and be you know, like the shoes enough to want to wear them. I swear I've heard horror stories of people who buy shoes and then they don't wear them because they don't like them. And I'm like,
I know.
Well, why did you buy them?
I know, it's crazy, right?
And point shoes are so expensive nowadays. So I feel like we need to make sure that dancers really like them and that they're comfortable in them. And you know, we can always put our opinion out there and the teachers can put their opinions out there. But at the end of the day, we want to make sure the dancer feels comfortable dancing in what they're wearing and, you know, be confident in their dancing.
Yes, it's so crucial, especially with first shoes.
Yeah, well, and I've had dancers, not necessarily for their first shoes, but they wear a shoe and then they change to a different shoe and their dancing changes completely.
Yeah, oh, it does, yes.
It's totally like night and day difference.
Yeah, I know, it's mad.
When, if they're not in a good shoe or something they thought they liked, but then they change and something so much better and their dancing improves so much that I've even had a teacher come back later and say, oh my gosh, like, I didn't realize this dancer was as great as she is because her shoes were limiting her so much beforehand. So we definitely try and get, obviously the best fit we can, which I know is hard for their first shoe, which is why we do appointments. And like you said earlier, kind of doing a checkup later after you've worn your first shoe. Because then your foot might have changed, or now that you've been dancing, you may not have chosen the same shoe as you would have originally, now that you've danced in them and see kind of how they feel.
And also, just to the viewers, actually, it's really important that, you know, with getting a point shoe checkup, you know, have an open mind as well. Because like you mentioned, sometimes you think you've got the best shoe for you, but you can change ever so much the slightest thing and it can make a world of difference to how you're dancing and how you feel on point. Like sometimes you don't even realize until you pull it on, right? Someone has said they love the Karcher point shoe. Are they available at your store now? Well, obviously we know not just yet, but
not just yet, but Peter did show them to us when he was here, and I really do like them, and I think it's a really neat like way to do a different type of point shoe. So I think they're going to be really popular, and I'm hoping we're going to get them in soon.
Yes, definitely. And someone else has said, has anyone else had issues with the new easy roll through breaking in, dying within the first week of wearing the shoe? Goodness. No, I haven't had that with any of my customers or myself. I've been wearing them too. What I would suggest to you is if you're having an issue with that, one, you might have the wrong shank strength. Two, how often are you wearing that pair? If you're on point multiple times, you need to be rotating shoes, not just wearing that one pair constantly, because it will die quicker. So if you're on point a lot, you need to be rotating your shoes. If you're, what I would suggest, go to your retailer where you bought them to have them check them up and make sure that it's working out. You know, maybe there's something they need to change. If you bought them online without a fitting, then that could be your problem too. So that hopefully answers your question there. Yeah, cool.
Another thing that we do is we highly encourage the dancers to show their shoes to their teacher before they sew their ribbon and elastics on, because we're happy to exchange them if for some reason the teacher doesn't like them.
Very crucial.
Sometimes they have a hard time choosing between 2 or 3 pair, so we loan shoes out quite a bit. You don't make them pay for them until they pick which one they want. And of course, we don't let them keep them for just a few days, but it is very helpful when they can take 2 or 3 pair and show their teacher and then pick which one they think is best.
Yeah, because of course, for viewers that maybe haven't had point shoes yet, everybody sees something different in a point shoe. So the teacher can see different things, because at the end of the day, the teacher is the one that watches you dance and has been with you for likely a long time. Whereas the fitter, we can see different things also. So, and also, of course, you as the dancer, you can feel different things that we can't see because we don't have an x-ray machine analysing over your point shoe, seeing what your foot's doing in there. So it's a collaboration when fitting a shoe. It's not just about what the teacher wants, or it's not just what the fitter wants. We all have to work together. And of course, after you've had your first pair, you as a dancer will have more of an idea of what it feels like to be on point. I was fitting a first timer earlier, and one thing that she mentioned was she wished she had demi point shoes first, because I personally believe that demi points do make a big difference to prior to going on point, because it gets the dancer used to the feeling of a point shoe, but also builds up strength in feet and ankles, the intrinsic foot muscles. So it would be nice if more schools could do that, but unfortunately not many schools do that. But I'm personally working on the UK to get more schools putting dancers in demi points. But one thing that's very common for me when I fit a first timer is, you know, they're like, oh, you know, they're not used to the sensation of how firm it's got to be and how the shoe has to cup their foot and pull them up. But to remedy that, I always try them in a shoe a little bit big, just to prove why a shoe too big isn't working either.
I was gonna say, I do that also. Sometimes if they're not really sure what they're supposed to be feeling, sometimes it actually works out if you pull something that doesn't fit exactly, so that way they know that a shoe that does fit them better is the better option.
Yes, it's really funny when you're fitting first timers sometimes.
Yes.
So
are you selling a Nikolai Smart Point in there?
She is.
You just sold a Smart Point?
No.
Maybe. Okay.
It's happening in real time.
I love it. It's great. So cool. So can you tell us a little bit more about, like, do you have any interesting stories to tell us with your dancers that come to your store? Any kind of fun stories or anything that you personally really love about your job? You just like a bit of fun kind of chat.
Who wants to say something? Go ahead, Brittany.
I'm trying to think of something that's really funny. Sometimes some of the requests I feel like we get for things are very interesting.
Yeah.
And some of them are valid, but sometimes we always have, you know, the funny dads coming in saying they want a tutu, or
Love it.
sometimes we have some other people coming in with different suggestions, and sometimes we do bring the suggestions into our store.
Yeah.
Men's white like socks to go under their ballet shoes.
Oh, yes.
Because some people were asking for that. So sometimes that does happen, where, you know, we do order what people are asking for. But then sometimes they ask for funny things.
Yeah.
So that's definitely interesting. Some point shoe fittings, it kind of depends. Most of them are good, but I'm sure you had stories too where you had some crazy fittings. Sometimes I feel like we have fittings that take 2 hours. I had one girl maybe like 6 months ago or so that I fit really often, and she came in one day and I fit her for like an hour and a half, and she didn't like anything, so she left and then came back the next day, and we tried shoes again for like an hour and a half. Finally she did find shoes, but it took multiple fitting days, which was very interesting.
Oh my God, no, I know that feeling. Sometimes, do you know what? Sometimes I feel there are some people that are looking for something that just doesn't exist. And it's
we're happy to send them. We're happy to send them to our friendly store down the road if we have to.
You know, I feel like, you know, yes, it's not, it shouldn't be painful, and okay, you're going to feel pressure, but everyone feels something different, as we know. But I feel like some people are just so sensitive, like everything. They're going to complain about the tiniest of things. It's not even a problem, you know. That is tricky. I've been there. That's
Yes.
hard work, because you feel like, as a fitter, you feel like you're doing something wrong, but actually we're not. It's just they are just overly sensitive about everything.
Yeah, and sometimes that's the hardest part is that you try on all these shoes, well, then they're sensitive and we might need to change padding, so then you have to go back and try on all the shoes again with different padding.
Yes.
Or you change just one thing and then you're like, well, wait, maybe that would work in these other shoes.
I know.
So
Yeah.
it's definitely, that's tricky about our jobs, but
Yes, it is. It's a challenge. I do love a challenge, don't get me wrong.
Yes.
I don't want anyone to feel like I don't want this challenge. I do. I like it. It makes the job interesting. But,
and it's rewarding too when you finally figure it out and find what works and what doesn't, what padding or
sure
no padding or.
Do you get like dancers come to you that have had really, really bad shoes, and they're like at their wits' end? They don't know what to do. They've tried so many other shoes, and then you sort it out for them, and then they're like, "Oh my God, I didn't realize point could be this comfortable."
Yes, that definitely does happen.
A lot.
Yeah. So, and we you know, just try our best to help them out, but that definitely does happen. So it definitely, like I said, is rewarding when you finally figure out whatever the problem is, or fix any issues or bad fits or anything like that.
We do have a lot of moms that come in that used to dance a long time ago, and things have changed quite a bit. And they like to participate in the fitting, which can be very interesting.
Oh yes, definitely. I've had that.
That's always lots of fun.
No, I agree. I've had that before. And do you know what? I had one. I mean, I don't mean to whine, because I'm not whining, but I had one particular dance mum who I just felt like saying to her, do you know what? Why don't you take over then, and you be the pointy fitter? If you think you know everything, why don't you do a better job than me then?
Well, it's so, and sometimes we actually have teachers that come in and basically just do the fitting, which is fine. We just pull the shoes and then they do the fitting. So that's funny sometimes, which is fine. Like I said, if they want to do it, that's fine. But we do have that also sometimes.
Sure. Peters wrote a comment. He said, "Oh my God, I had a couple of guys coming into the store asking for tutu and pink tights with pink leotard. They would buy it, take a picture, and then tell us that they lost a bet and had to do it." Yeah, that's an interesting story there.
Yeah, that's
because we can imagine that some. Yes. Interesting.
That's always Dad's go-to line.
Yeah,
I'm here for a tutu.
Yeah. Love that.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
that's
sure,
their way of they're uncomfortable, and that's the way they break the ice. Yeah.
Have you ever had parents say to you, "Oh, would you mind fitting the shoe with a bit of room to grow?" Because, like, you know, kids still growing.
Oh Lord, yes. Yes.
Well, and especially now, it's actually not worse, but a little bit worse, because with all the coronavirus stuff, people aren't sure what's going to happen. So they may, we're supposed to be going up onto point as a beginner maybe in August when our season usually starts back, but they're not sure. So they're like, can you fit it with a little bit of extra room, so that way if we don't start, then we can still get use out of them. So that now that we're using the coronavirus to kind of go that route also.
Oh my God.
So it's definitely tricky with that, but we do have that often, especially with girls who are younger and still growing a lot.
Yes,
so.
Yes, sure. Do you ever get dancers come in that you feel aren't quite ready for point shoes? How do you handle that situation?
Very carefully. We definitely don't want to hurt the dancers' feelings.
No, of course.
I mean, we've had quite a few that came with their teachers. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah. So, you know, we sell them shoes if that's what they want. That's why they came in. We certainly don't push it. We make as many recommendations as we can, and try to politely suggest that maybe they wait a little bit longer.
Sure.
But, you know, it's very, very hard, because you just don't want to step on any toes or hurt anybody's feelings.
No, it's really, I've noticed in America that so many people are going up really young, and
yes,
over here it's more serious. Like, we would never put anyone up at like a really young age. The youngest I've ever fitted is 10.5, and she was in full-time ballet school and had x-rays of her feet done, and like been to see a doctor and everything. But even then I was a little bit, I don't know, because it's not common over here for people to go up that young. You know, most people, it's not about the age, it's about are they ready?
Yeah.
And that's how I personally would prefer all these schools would do it, rather than just saying, "Oh, this group's ready, you know, we're going to throw them all on point."
Yeah, and I know the teachers get pressure from the parents.
Of course.
The parents get pressure from the kids. And we don't want to insult a teacher, because they may never come back again. So it's a very...
And it's like, sometimes you get also, I get emails from parents saying, "Oh, my daughter has a friend same age, been doing ballet at the same time, they're on point. Why has the teacher told us that our daughter can't go on point? Should we move dance school?" And I'm just like, oh my God, what? So I actually have a copy and paste email now that deals with all the questions. So they can really see and learn about why it's important that they wait until that dancer is ready.
Yeah.
Um,
I think the youngest we've ever had is maybe like 9-year-old. So
Sure.
it's crazy. But we've actually had it too sometimes where we've sent a dancer with shoes and then their teacher sees them in shoes and are like, maybe not. And we've had people bring the shoes back and their teachers
Wow.
told them that they're not ready yet.
That's really
So,
good, actually.
I was going to say that actually is the positive side
Yeah,
of it.
it is.
That we've had some people who we maybe didn't think were the most ready, but then the teacher did see that when they took shoes back, and then they were like, yeah, we maybe should wait another year. So it's definitely hard, but we try to work with those people because obviously if they've already bought shoes, they may not have known that was going to be the case. So we definitely try and work with those people, but it does seem that it's getting younger and younger as time goes on.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's really nice that, the teachers have taken it upon themselves to actually send them back with that and really cared.
Yeah.
Sorry, one moment.
That's okay.
Just had a
Take your
comment come
time.
up. This is the joy of live. I get a customer that emails me. He's like, so would you? I'm just thinking of what I've covered. What have I missed here? Oh yes. Do you offer any additional services like sewing shoes and stuff?
We do not sew them anymore. We used to have somebody on staff that did that, but again, lots of teachers want things sewn a certain way, and it was getting to be a little difficult. They would bring them back and say we didn't sew them correctly, but that's because some teachers like them sewn a certain way. So we don't do that. We do offer the personalization that we talked about, and complimentary gift wrapping and gift cards and all that kind of stuff, but not any extra services pertaining to dance right now.
We also do, not as much right now, but sometimes we'll have older point shoes in the store that we can't sell anymore, or somebody may have their own point shoes at home that they've worn or whatever, and we can bring them in, and the cups that Catherine talked about earlier that we normally do the vinyl personalization on, we can also do that on point shoes. So around Nutcracker season, we actually vinyl point shoes that say like Nutcracker on them, or Nutcracker 2019 or 2020, and then a lot of girls will have all their friends sign their point shoes, or they'll decorate them. We've actually decorated some point shoes in the past and sold them with different patterns and things like that. So sometimes we'll do that with, we call them memory slippers.
That's really nice. I love that.
Sometimes we'll do that too with different point shoes that you can't really sell anymore because they may have been older, or like I said, if people have their own shoes that they want to bring in, sometimes we will decorate those and do that for people also.
And when we sell them that way, we always put two different sizes together to make a pair so they can't wear them and hurt themselves.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. Very important. No doubt. So would you like to just mention your website address as well? It'd be really cool for the viewers to know where to find you guys.
Sure. It's just relevedancewear.com.
Fabulous.
And we actually just updated our website recently. So we got that all updated during COVID. So it's a brand new look. Lots of new products have been added. We used to only have part of our inventory online, but now almost all of it is there. So that's really awesome. And to have all that on there, and that people can shop no matter where they are. Like the person I mentioned earlier in Texas, now she can shop in Texas and doesn't have to call us or ask over the phone. She can just see it all on our website. So that's really nice. And then we also post a lot of the stuff we get into the store, obviously on Instagram or Facebook, things like that too. So
really cool.
Yeah.
And as far as the website,
go on.
I'm sorry. As far as the website goes, we do offer free shipping on orders of $100 or more.
Oh, nice.
And we also always ship point shoes for free.
Oh, fabulous. Wow. That's really cool. See you guys watching after the stream. Go and give them a follow on Insta, like their Facebook page, check out their site. If anyone has any questions before we go, we've got a few more minutes left yet. So any questions, pop them in the box for us. Is there anything you guys would like to add?
What's our Instagram at Releve Dance?
Yes, our Instagram is at Releve Dance, which you guys can see at the top there. And then our Facebook page is Releve Dance Wear Gifts and Embroidery. And we actually have a VIP Facebook group inside of our page on Facebook. So we just started that recently. We only have about a couple hundred people so far. So we're hoping to build that, but that is kind of where we post a lot of our special giveaways, and we do special sales that we may not offer to everybody, but to really give our VIP customers a special experience and get maybe a little bit more discount or some sort of special giveaway, since they are dedicated to Releve and shopping with us. So that's really a fun way. Anybody who's watching, if you want to join our VIP Facebook group, you can do that also and see special giveaways, like I said, and discounts and things like that.
Fantastic. We have 1 minute remaining, and I'd just like to thank you for coming to the stream today. It's been really cool. Lovely to virtually meet you. And hopefully one day in real life I'll be able to pop by and see your
That would be great.
Thank you to everybody who's been watching. We will upload the stream afterwards so you can watch it at your leisure as well. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll speak to you guys soon. And don't forget, you guys, Peter's going there to do a Nikolai fitting event. You can find out about that on Releve's Facebook and Instagram page. Be sure to check it out. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.